Welcome to the regular meeting of the Chislehurst Borough Council of March 8th, 2018. At this time, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sunshine statement, please.
In accordance with Open Public Meeting Act, this meeting is called to order pursuant to notice of regular meeting, a copy which has been made available to newspaper of local public circulation, and a copy which has been posted publicly in accordance with the law.
Roll call.
Alwine.
Yes.
Chu. Garnett.
Here.
Hearn.
Here.
Waters.
Here.
Okay, I know that we have a member of council who has resigned. I think that we were looking at what should we do as far as replacing her. We have the obligation to replace her. And I'm going to let the attorney tell you everything about it.
Yes, Mayor, Councilwoman Soto resigned pursuant to a resolution that was passed, and her resignation was effective March 7th, 2018. Under the municipal vacancy law, if a council person resigns subsequent to September 1st of the year preceding their final year in office, so for this would have been Councilwoman Soto's final year in office. So anytime she resigns after September 1st of 2017, the governing body has the statutory right to nominate and appoint a new councilwoman, or councilwoman, whatever the case may be. Because she was nominated and ran and was elected as neither as a Republican or a Democrat, it falls on the governing body. If she ran as a Democrat, it would fall under the Democratic Committee of the borough, or if she ran as a Republican, was elected, it would be the Republican Committee's obligation to appoint someone. So this falls on the governing body. We would accept nominations. A nomination has to be seconded for somebody to be voted on. Even if we only have one nomination that's seconded, we still need a majority vote of the quorum. So we have 4 members, we would need 3 votes for whichever nominee is nominated, at which point they would be appointed. And under the law, the appointment is effective immediately. So if anybody is voted in tonight, they would be sworn in. They could be sworn in tonight, and then they would take their seat in office. And I'll work with Gloria in terms of reporting that to the county clerk. I would note, though, that we have 30 days to appoint someone. Otherwise, the seat remains vacant until the next election. If we fail to appoint someone tonight, I would suggest we would have to revisit it at the caucus meeting in April, because the council meeting in April will be too late.
Okay. I guess, what would you take, nominations?
Yeah,
Does council have anybody they want to nominate?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Herbert Littles as the replacement council person.
Okay.
I second it.
All right, you got anybody else? I got, since no other nominations, can I have a vote? Gloria?
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Waters.
No.
And that's it. Look like it's 3-1. Look like a new councilman coming on. I'll wait until right before or after we open the meeting before we open the meeting to the public, I can swear you in, okay? All right. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine,
Yes.
Garnett,
Yes.
Hearn,
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Those are minutes of February 8th, 2018. Okay, council committee reports. Councilman Hearn.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, my report is on roads and sanitation this month. I want to say thanks to the guys for staying around last weekend when we were warned of possible wind damage. We're very thankful there was very little damage in Chiselhurst, but around us there was a lot. But I still want to say thank you, you guys. You stayed around all weekend just in case we needed you, even though, last weekend, we didn't, and you hung around anyway, and, we appreciate you being loyal to us like that. I also want to mention just yesterday afternoon, after the men did their regular work day and they went home for a few hours, later they were called in to do snow removal, which they did into the night, and came back in at their regular start time today at 6 a.m., and they finished getting all the snow cleaned up, and they also got all the recycling done. Everything is all caught up. And the only other thing that I have about that is that this year we were able to squeeze a little bit more money into their clothing allowance. So instead of just giving them money for boots and buying them some t-shirts and stuff, very soon you're going to see all the guys out there, the whole crew is going to be dressed in matching uniforms. And they're going to look like the professional crew that they are. And so just be looking for them. They're going to look good. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilman Hearn, I just want to say that I rode around yesterday during the storm, after the storm. Those guys were out there working hard, and you're doing a good job with Public Works. We have a plaque that we want to give them, and the only reason why we didn't give it to them tonight is because of what you just said. They've been working and working and working and working.
I know.
So I hope they don't have to work that hard for April's meeting.
Oh, yeah, God. I hope this is the last.
They
I hope
talking
so.
about snow. They talking about snow Monday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah, I
so,
know. Well, you know
but-
what? Those guys will cover it. I'm not
yeah,
even
those
worried
guys
about
are covered. But
it. They'll cover
I
it.
want you. You're gonna be tasked with getting those guys here at the next meeting in
Okay.
April. All
I can
right,
handle
because
it.
it's good to say they're doing a good job and talk about them and pat them on the back.
Yeah.
But it's better when they're here and they can hear you say it.
Okay.
They say, "Give me the flowers while I'm living."
Yeah.
So let's give them some praise in April's meeting. See if you can navigate them to come down here
No
at
problem.
April's meeting.
No
All right.
problem, I
But
got
good,
it.
good job. They did a good job. Okay.
Great. Yes, they did.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Councilman Waters.
Only thing I have to say is about the municipal building that we were supposed to meet and talk to the school board, and we haven't had a meeting yet to go over it yet. So I'm gonna talk to Council President Garnett and Councilwoman Chu about setting a meeting so we can talk to criteria what we're going to do with the school or how we're going to try to deal with the school. And I think that's something we have to do because the building right now is not up to recommendation. So we have to really address this issue. And so we have to do this. And I'd like to make a statement to Councilman Hearns with the Public Utility Commission. We give them so much praise, but it seems like there's a situation with a contract negotiation that is not being put out there to all the council people. 'Cause I know nothing about what's happening with this, and this is something we need to answer with this problem. If they're doing such a great job, I feel we should start rewarding them by giving them a contract. I'm not saying reward them with everything possible we can give them, but no, we need to try to work with, give them a contract and get them on a contract as soon as possible with the borough, you know what I mean? that'll take some, a burden off of them. And maybe they'll even give more, even better. I know how I would feel if I was working without a contract. I wouldn't be giving my all if no one would be want to work with me. So I think this is something the board need to address and come to a conclusion with. But that's the end of my report at this time.
All right, thank you. I want to say this. I know that for a while there, our solicitor was working on contract negotiations with the Public Works people. I've since learned that the Public Works, they don't want to be in a union and have a contract. I've explained to them that if that's the case, then they need to find somebody to put it in writing, send it to the attorney or the borough so we can move forward. Next month, we will be dealing with our salary ordinance. I can tell you now that all employees are going to be up for 3%, so they're going to get 3%. So if it was under contract, I don't know if they was going to get that much, but is that right, Bill? That's right. Okay. Yeah, so they said to me they would rather deal with that than some of the other issues of a contract. So I'm just waiting for them to put something in writing to the solicitor. And once they put it in writing, we can move forward and doing some other things. One of the things they explained to me is that those dues, they don't make enough money to be paying those kind of dues. So they would rather get that in salary. So it's their decision. One way or another, it's going to always be their decision, you know. So we'll see what happens. I think we can have this resolved by next month's meeting. All right,
Yeah, do you mind if I just?
go ahead.
Yeah, Councilman, those are all good points. The only thing I would say is that if they do, I haven't heard one way or another if they want to be in the union. I know that I have not heard from the union representative since 2017, which is somewhat unusual. If they choose to go that route, the union would need to be decertified by PERC before they're actually not in the union anymore. So it may be unclear whether or not they would be eligible, because while they're in that bargaining unit, they really can't receive the raise because that raises some other issues for the borough. However, once they're decertified, if they truly don't want to be in the union and they are decertified, at that point they'd be eligible for the raises. So we'd have to, it's not entirely our call. We have to make sure PERC decertifies them, so.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Alwan.
Good evening, thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My report is going to start out with recreations. Just want to remind everyone again that Chiselhurst Day is coming up, June 9th, 12th through 8. We look forward to a health and fitness walk, emergency management demonstration, bounces, slides, a local talent show, inspirational concert, some 3-on-3 tournaments, vendors, and much, much more. As always, if you have any ideas or you would like to participate in this event, please email me at councilwoman.rakaya.alwan@gmail.com. I would like to express a sincere thank you for our 4th annual African American celebration to our mayor and council, and a particular warm thank you to Council President Garnett and the Black History Committee for putting on the event that happened on the 24th. It was a great show of residents and a great show for history and honoring our ancestors and folks that came before us. So we look forward to another great event for next year. I'd like to remind everyone that our athletic director, Coach Kenny, and myself, along with some council members, are in the process now of putting together a teenage dance. There'll be one held on April 20th from 8 to 11. That'll be our high school age students, And there will also be another teenage dance on May 18th from 8 to 11, which we're going to do our middle school age students. More information will be posted on our website as we are still in the planning phases of the teenage dances. But again, if anybody wants to help out with that, please let myself or council president know. We're going to have DJs and food and raffles, hopefully some giveaways, and it's going to be fun for the children in our community. Planning board this month was canceled. So just a reminder that planning board meetings are every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And that concludes my report for March 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Alwan. I was wondering about Chiselhurst Day. Last week I went to the mayor of Atlantic City had a ball. And he had about 5 different groups performing. And I got the name and information on 5 different groups. Because I remember Chiselhurst Day. I remember the senior citizen holiday party. So if you don't have nobody, I may be able to get somebody for us.
Okay, well, just give them, I have a couple people already lined up, but,
Okay.
I would like to hear what you have to present,
Okay.
so.
All right, we'll talk. Okay. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Council President. Council President, everybody turn in their reports.
No,
Who did not turn in a report?
I don't have a report from Councilman Waters.
Okay. Now, we made a decision, okay, and I let it go this time, that if you do not have a report turned in, you cannot give a report. What happens is people talk off the top of their head and make up stuff as they go on. Next month, I'm going to ask the question before the committee, the council committee reports are given. And if a person doesn't have a report, they don't get a chance to speak at council committee report time. Okay? So I'm just throwing it out there. We decided this is what we're going to do, and we got to stick to it. It's business. Okay, Council President, and then in the meantime, when I call for council committee reports, before we go, it's your obligation to say who gave reports and who did not, so I know who can call on and who not to call on. All right?
Yes. Okay, with that being said, like I said, that's the only person I didn't receive a report from. Everyone else turned in the report. Even with the absence of Councilwoman Chu, she did turn in her report, and it's been filed. Good evening, everyone. I would like to say thank you to everyone who came out for our Black History program. It was a great success. It was an excellent turnout, I must say. Everyone had a great time. They enjoyed themselves. It was
Hold on. Didn't Council Alwan told me I talk too much?
Me?
oh well,
I didn't say that.
someone might have said that, but it is on
My
tape.
presentation was cut short. She kept looking at her watch on me, say like, hey.
Oh,
Okay.
how quick we forget. Thank
Right.
you. I did say that.
Yeah, she
Yes,
did.
I did.
Just in fun. All right.
I think the mayor got a little bit happy talking about the
yeah.
history.
Oh, he was doing
Chiselhurst.
excellent, but it was over. It was a little long-winded,
Yeah.
Mayor. With all due
I am
respect.
long-winded. I tell you
Next year, you have 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Yes.
But it was a good turnout. It really was. I'd like to thank all those who participated, all those who came out, and also to the Visions of Freedom Play. They did come. I thank them very much for coming. That was Pastor Roshan and her cast. Everyone that I've talked to, the people came from, not just from Chiselhurst, but all over, and they did have a great time. The line dancers that were there, it was just a good turnout. Also, the next thing that we'll be working on for events, Chiselhurst Day, but also International Day. We're asking for anyone who would like to participate help with the committee, please let me know. September the 22nd, that's the International Day and Hispanic Heritage Day.
Don't all come at once.
So all of you can.
Don't all, just a little joke. Cause what it is, we get a lot of complaints, but very few people really take action. So please come on and help, and we would really appreciate it. Go ahead.
As far as the police department is concerned, the contracts are being right now for the police department. We are to reach a close soon. We had a couple officers that were out that were actually the point person for this on medical leave. So as soon as they return, we'll be able to finish that up. So the decision should be made soon. Also, the time clock. The representative could not be here tonight for the time clock, but it is an issue. And I believe that the time clocks, I mean, we looked at it, we read it. I believe that it's very important that we move forward with a new time clock.
Ditto.
In that time clock, it has, it works with our payroll company. The finance department has looked at it. The police department has looked at it as well. And I believe that we need to move forward on it because time is really of an essence. It will help the finance department with doing the payroll. It would also help me. It would also help the personnel committee and the mayor as well, just to keep everything ran professionally. Your comp time is in there. Your sick time is in there. The days off and all of that was in one system. Any days that you request off, it'll be in one system. So I believe that to move forward, right now you have a time clock that you have to punch in. And you have to write. They have to calculate that. You know, this is digital. And no one can steal time. Not saying anybody's stealing time. Nobody can punch you in. Not saying that's happening. But it will not be able to be done because this time clock, you'll have to use your own hand to do so. So just moving forward, 2018, trying to. And then also, if we were able to move, I know there's an issue here in the building. If we had to move, the system will be, it's mover friendly. It will move with you. And it won't cost that much money or to move it over to a new building. So it'll come wherever we are. So I think that is something that is a sensitive issue that has been lingering on that really needs to be addressed. And I would like to see it be addressed if we are able to tonight in new business, just to move forward. Also with the personnel committee, there's been employee situations that have been addressed. The personnel committee was supposed to meet tonight at 6 p.m., but Councilwoman Chu was not able to be here to meet with Hearn and Alwan. So we'll have to just figure that out for next week or the next coming month.
Yeah, we'll reschedule council president for next week. Hopefully, she'll be able to make it.
The Senior Citizens Committee, they're working on their luncheon right now. They're also working on things for Chislehurst Day. They meet every third Saturday of the month here, not at the center, but they'll be meeting here from now on at 11 a.m. Also, First Baptist Church has the food bank every third Wednesday of the month from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And Grant AME Church has Mother Earth every Thursday of the month at 12 p.m. They are also having, Mother Earth is having a luncheon, and that will be on March 15th, correct? What time? From 12 to 2. They're inviting you all to come out and participate and have a good lunch. Okay, once again, all of the reports. Okay, so as far as each of the committees, I have spoken with Councilman Hearn in regards to the Public Works Department and their new uniforms. They work very diligently in getting those new uniforms, and the Public Works Department Supervisor Tavares Pointer he's done a great job at getting those uniforms for the employees, and I believe you'll be seeing them soon if you're not seeing them already. And they were very happy about that. And it's myself and Councilwoman Alwan were one of the two council people that were working with them in the contract negotiations when one of the their point contact person did come to me and told me that they no longer wanted to be in the union. That's when I went to the mayor, went to the solicitor. They said they had to put it in writing. We have yet to hear from them, so that's my report on that in writing. But I believe that's what they said. They were happy with their uniforms and also new training that they will be getting soon. So hopefully we can move forward with that. That's my report. Police department right now, they're working on emergency management, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Council President. I want to add something. I think we had a councilperson last week talked about somebody being in the community center. I, as the mayor, approved for First Baptist Church to go in the community center on Fridays. First Baptist Church facilities for the food bank has been closed down for a while, and they used to sell dinners over there to support the food bank. They can't sell dinners there, okay? We got a food bank in town, and they sell the dinners to support the food bank. I allow them to go in the community center on Fridays to raise money to support the food bank. There's a lot of people in here that go to that food bank. A lot of people in our viewing area go to the food bank. A lot of people in Chislehurst go to the food bank. Not only do they, and they have to buy this food. It's not given to them, they have to buy it. And the Reverend was struggling with how we're gonna keep the food bank going. We can't raise any money. Well, this is what the Borough of Chislehurst is supposed to do. If you're helping our people, you're feeding our people, because a lot of people may not say nothing, but they don't have nothing to eat. And they can go to the food bank, and I think that's a good service. So I made the decision to allow them to go in the community center. So they sell dinners on Fridays, all right? It's not selling dinners to put money in their pocket. It's selling dinners because they helping our community to purchase the food for the food bank. So anybody that went to that food bank, purchased foods, and I see the line sometimes out the door, around the corner, waiting for food. They purchase that food and give it away. It's not something, well, you come over here, you pay, $60 and you get $100 worth of food. No, they're giving this food away. And I didn't think it would be robbery to allow them to use the community center. So that council person's not here, but I'm going to speak to her about that when I do catch up to her. So the community center is for the community. It's for the community. And that's what we're going to do. So if anybody wants to raise Cain, come see me. Don't see them. See me. All right? Can I get a motion to open the meeting to the public?
Second.
Moved and second, roll call, please.
Alwan,
Yes.
Garnett,
Yes.
Hearn,
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Any member of the public who wishes to come forward and speak, please come forward, give your name and address, and we'll try to answer your questions.
I wanted to give out that Chislehurst Drug Alliance is having a community health fair and family day on March 24th. It's going to start at 1 o'clock.
Where?
At the Chislehurst Community Center.
Community center,
Yes.
okay, all right.
And basically what we're doing, we're trying to get a pharmacist to come out there. I'm working on that with CVS. It's just taking a lot of time. But we have different speakers. We have different speakers. We have Camden County Senior Services. They're going to come out and speak to the seniors, tell them what's going on in the county. Also, we have the lady from, in Winslow, they have like a family place, and whatever that services a lot of people. I went over there. They're gonna come over and talk about what they do, and so forth. And the Delray Pointer is gonna speak from the police aspect, and I have somebody speaking about drug and rehabbing that's gonna come through. Also, on that same day at 12 o'clock, we're gonna have a Easter egg hunt for the children. We decided to do it on the same day because Easter is the next week, so it just comes that fast. So we're gonna have an Easter egg hunt for the children like we do every year. It's in conjunction with the Freedom School, and Garrison Lodge number 3 of Chislehurst, New Jersey is gonna again donate a bike to be giveaway for the children. So the next thing from the Athletic Association, our season is basically over. We got one more game, but we didn't do well this year. So,
Okay.
but on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for the youth in the community, we're having open gym. There'll be adult there, and they can play basketball. We're gonna have the gym open for them to play until it gets warm enough that they can play at the basketball courts. Okay.
That's a community center, right?
Yeah, Mondays we do it.
That's why we have a community center,
Yeah,
right? Oh, okay.
we're doing it the same days we've been practicing, being that we're not practicing basketball anymore. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So for any kids that want to play ball, a couple of the guys came to me. They said, "When can we play ball in the gym?" I told them Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
From what time again?
From 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, and I tell them to 8:30. That means 8:30, I'm leaving, cause I ain't ate yet, and I need to, go home and talk to my family once in a while. Also, what was it? I think that's everything.
Let me just ask you something.
Yes.
When the seniors come down, and we're talking about Drug Alliance, one of the things that I find that seniors have problems with is taking their medications. And one of the things they do, let's say they have a pill that they take, and it seems though it's not working as fast, so they take another one. Then they take another one. One of the things that I've learned is that seniors, how they digest their medication might be a little slower than
Yeah.
somebody that's older. So they're gonna be talking about that?
Yeah, that's why when we went to CVS, in the beginning we was dealing with was it Rite Aid?
Yeah.
Rite Aid. But for some reason, every time we deal with Rite Aid, they always push us off. They wait till the last moment and they say, "Well, we can't make it." So we said we're gonna deal with CVS and see if we can work with them. And the reason why we were dealing with we want the CVS pharmacists to come to talk about that, how to take your medication, making sure that you're taking it the right way. Also, disposing of your medication and those type of things. So that's why we're trying to get the CVS people here. What happened? I went to CVS. They gave me a card. I called CVS, but what the problem is that everything is automated now. So I was calling and I couldn't get. I talked to a regular person. She gave me a phone number, and then it was straight automated. So I went on the website and it said that for community outreach, it gave me an email address to send out to them. So I'm just waiting for them
Rite
to
Aid's doing the
contact me
same
back.
thing, because I think a lot of our people in Chislehurst go to Rite Aid.
Yeah, Rite Aid always. Let me tell you something. I went to the Rite Aid up in
We're talking about right down here
in
Acton.
Acca.
Okay.
And I went there, talked to the lady, whatever. Then, like a couple of days before the event, we can't make it. We don't have anybody. And
Okay.
one time, the first time that they really did come, they kind of pushed us off. And then what we had to do, we had to call corporate. Because they said they were going to come. Then they said they're not coming. Then we called corporate. And then they sent people out. So we just decided, you know, it
But give me-
seems like
no,
they
no.
don't wanna,
Hold on, hold on. Give me
yes.
the number to Rite Aid, the corporate people that you need to talk, I need to talk to them, because if my people are going down there, buying their medication,
Yeah,
okay, they're gonna service us.
okay.
All right, we're not just gonna just walk away, and I don't even know where CVS is at.
I know, I just, you know, yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
Okay.
Rite Aid, right down in ACO, I'm gonna find out myself from corporate, and I might be able to talk to them a little bit better.
Okay.
Because you said they come down here and they had an attitude.
And-
Get me
and-
that
Mr.
information.
Smith, you know, I can talk to them too, because I've had them come, they've come in the past.
There you go.
Yeah,
No, I hadn't had any problems.
it just seemed like, it just seemed like they didn't wanna,
We can work.
Yeah, you know.
Well, so now I'm gonna be a liaison.
Okay.
One
All right,
way.
okay.
So
Thank you for
I'll be
telling
there
me.
so I can, you know,
Okay.
help out with that.
So, there you go.
She the liaison there?
See the liaison now.
Okay, I appreciate you telling me.
Because I want Rite Aid here,
Yeah, okay,
because when they looking at the people from Chislehurst
Yeah.
going to their Rite Aid.
yeah,
And so if they gonna come down here, the people gonna know who they are
yeah,
and talk to them.
yeah,
All right, that's what we want.
okay,
All right.
all right,
So
okay.
that's what we gonna
I'll
get.
work on that.
All right, and Council President, you gonna handle it?
Yeah, I'll go down there.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, I appreciate that.
All right.
All right, and I think that's everything. I'm gonna try to work on the baseball thing. Like I said before, and I always tell everybody, baseball has some issues. You know, sometimes as a community, they don't want to. It's hard. I mean, I can get kids out there. I mean, I always can get kids out there. But the thing is, if the kids don't have anybody to play, and you know, and they kind of like sometimes some of the communities, it seem like they blackball us almost. I don't know what I did to them or whatever, but then it hurts the kids
Yes, that's true.
and it makes the kids feel a certain way. So I really don't like putting those kids through that, because then they sitting back saying, "What's wrong with me?"
Can I ask you something with that? Can you get a commitment from the townships beforehand, like get a schedule? Or does it
I've been
work like-
trying to do that. What they'll do, they say, "Well, we'll try to fit you in and whatever like that." I remember a long time ago, we were playing Waterford. We played 3 games. We finally won a game, and then I get a call saying, "Check this out, we can't play y'all anymore." Now I don't know why they couldn't play us anymore. They told me because we had to get ready for the Little League tournament, but it hurt us. The kids don't understand that. They just want to play a game.
Let me say this to you. When I was growing up, kids in the community played against each other. All right, we played against each other. I don't care whether somebody wants to play us or not. If we good, we gonna be good anyway. So when they do call us, with the same thing happened in Negro League, didn't it?
Yeah.
They had to create the Negro. So what I'm saying to you is that I want the kids to be out there playing,
Okay.
whether it's baseball or tennis or whatever, but at least play. If they have to
Okay.
play each other.
All right, well,
All
let me
right.
see if I can get enough
So
to do that.
when they do get to high school or junior high school, they know the mechanics of playing baseball. They're
Mm-hmm.
not sitting there saying, "Well, I didn't never play baseball. I don't. I might as well do some knucklehead stuff."
Yeah.
I just want them to play each other if that's what they have to do. We don't have to be in a league. All right. I think we got enough kids that'll come out and play each other. We used to do the same thing, and you know, in the community, we
Yeah.
used to have a baseball.
Yeah.
Everybody play. Well, you can get on my team. You get on my. But the mechanics of coming together, working together, enjoying each other's company,
Okay.
and knowing one another. That's more than trying to get a championship, trying to do something else. It's more of coming together of those kids, and that's
Okay.
what we want. All
All
right.
right, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can put together.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay.
And do we meet
Okay.
Okay.
next week as far as the dances?
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? I know I want to talk to you. Hold on. Mr. Flood, we got Thanksgiving coming. I know you told me that you was gonna hook me up with some turkeys. Can you tell me how many we can get?
How many you need?
We're gonna do the thing, cause I'm trying to plan things. I said before, while it's on my mind. What do you think, 4? Feed the community?
No, you need more turkeys than 4 turkeys.
We're gonna have a dinner, a turkey dinner.
Well, they might wanna
I
take
would
some,
say like eight,
like 10,
8 to 10.
eight to 10.
8 to 10.
How many, Mr. Odom, what you think?
So, the reason why I'm saying that,
I would say 10.
No, like a dozen.
I used to work in the, in the industry, and I still got quite a few contacts. We need to take advantage of that before they turn cold.
yeah.
So,
Because,
shake some trees and see what falls out.
that's what I'm saying,
Right.
because Thanksgiving is coming, it's only March now. But before you know it, it'll be here, we'll be looking, where we gonna get these turkeys? So, can you work with me to get those things, man?
We'll run out of
You
food.
got my email address?
No, but you'll give it to me after the meeting, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, now, Miss Maria, you can come on up.
My name is Maria Littles. I live at 315 Edwards Avenue. And good evening, everyone, all council and mayor, everyone. I really came up for one item, but I did want to find out from Councilman Waters, because you mentioned the school was not up to recommendation.
No,
Well, that's where I wrote it down.
no, what I said was, we have to, the two council people and myself have to meet together to when we come to school, we can come with the recommendation on how we want to work with the school.
Okay, the school is, I know the terminology was not up to recommendation, but the school it has, everything is certified, it could be opened up again. So everything, there's nothing wrong, there are no, issues, there are no, problems at all with the school.
Right.
So if someone wanted to come to the school and lease the school for anything, other than things like, certification that they would have to get based on whatever it is they're opening it up to be,
I understand.
they would not be, turned down, because we've had people come in, different organizations come in that were looking at it and they had to get those certifications and they got them, and then they changed their mind and went somewhere else or whatever they did. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that our residents don't think that we are just letting the school sit there and, kind of, rot away. We make sure everything is up to par. Okay? So, that was my school board hat.
What hat you putting on now?
I'm putting on the resident hat now.
Okay, all right. I want to make
I
sure.
put on my resident hat now. And I completely understand now, the Public Works has done an excellent job, and I've been living in this community off and on, like when I was a child, I lived here, kind of a thing. And then came back and I live here now. So, Public Works is doing an excellent job, excellent job. And they don't even have to take off they don't have to take off one thing to put the plow on, to plow the streets. That's what they used to have to do. So then they couldn't collect the trash the next day because, anyway, let me move on. Progress,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So if they don't want to be in the union, I can completely understand that, because money is money, So, if you don't want to pay dues. But what I came up here for really was, to ask about the, drainage on Cleveland Avenue. And I think, did you all talk about Cleveland Avenue doing something on that road?
Yeah, that's Third Avenue. That Cleveland turns into Third.
Where Cleveland turns into Third? They're
That's-
still working on that, right?
Yeah, in fact, we got $250,000.
Right.
So if you have a drainage issue, is that down towards your end?
It's not where I live, but it's one of a church member that's an usher, and I'm an usher president.
So-
So that's that hat I'm putting on.
Okay, so I understand, who that church member is.
Okay.
And that's the end, because we're gonna come from Pump Branch. I'm gonna have a meeting with the engineer next week. But we coming from Pump Branch all the way to the playground. So down there where Keith's at, them, get them ruts in the street and holes and stuff like that, we're gonna eliminate that.
Okay, so what I.
So they'll do drainage too.
Okay. So what I observed was that there is a sewer, drainage, grate there. And the water just is sitting on top of that grate. And because it's sitting on top of the grate,
It's not going down.
it's not going down. And water has to go somewhere. So where it goes is in that person's
Yard.
basement.
Oh,
Because the pump keeps pumping. The sump pump keeps pumping, and so that's an irritation.
yeah,
And
you know
an
what
electrical
happens?
problem, I mean, I'm sure burns a lot of electric.
Yeah, you know what happens,
So that's what I was just wondering, if, how soon that
Let me-
was gonna happen, because
Yeah.
I'm sure now, because of the snow, I mean, I observed it just sitting there, but,
let me say this. It's a lot of Chislehurst that's wetlands. If my house, if I dig down, 10 feet, I got water. All right? If you look down, at Fourth and Pump Branch, you notice how the water comes across the street. All right? As soon as you get to Fourth and Pump Branch, it's where the pumping station. One of the reasons for that is that on that side where that water's coming from, that's wetland. It's water down there. I know 5 feet. The guy that lives on Siegfried Avenue, and he's got a water retention pond. We had to clean the pond out because that water was going in his basement. But what happened, those houses were built in a high water retaining area. Where now they don't allow you to do that, but back then, people did that. Now, for that drain, and I understand what you're saying about the water at the top. A lot of times, you can clean those out. But over the years, when dirt start,
oh, dirt's good.
Flowing
I
and-
thought it was leaves, okay,
no. See, leaves break down.
right.
But once that dirt, that's why they have the stormwater, program now where you have to cover them up, so they say, so no animals go in there, but dirt's gonna wash in there. And I've seen one where it was filled up with dirt. Or the
Right.
pipe itself is crushed, because sometimes you can have, the pipe is crushed, the one on, Fourth and, Hendricks, the pipe was crushed.
Oh,
So the water laid, I just got that straightened out, the county straightened that out. We're gonna have to straighten that out, and I'm saying that when this all is said and done, that's gonna be straightened out, where, it's gonna drain a little. Now, it might take another 15, 20 years for that thing to fill up with dirt again, or longer. But, we're gonna straighten it out, so tell her we're gonna straighten it out, and if we straighten it out and that water goes down, I don't know where it's gonna go.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
So even
As
though
long
it
as
goes,
it doesn't go there.
yeah, well, you know how it is, you can't stop water. So,
I mean, yeah, it's,
we're gonna address that.
yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up because mention it. And that was really all I had, but everybody's doing an excellent job, everybody, so.
Okay.
So I just wanted to, ask those questions and clarify some things, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Trouble.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not in trouble tonight. My name is Apostle Charlie Odom from First Baptist Church of Chislehurst. I just want to thank the mayor and council for allowing us to go to the center to cook the food, and I want to share something with you because I don't think they really know what we do over there. We feed about 7,000 families per year. And not only that, we give them Class A food, not government food. And not only that, we give them we give them each family about a full day of enough to feed your family for 4 days. And then not only that, we give it to them according to how many in the family. So some people walk away from there with 20 pounds of chicken. Some walk away with 40 pounds. You see, and this is why we do what we do. And about the help of God, we've been doing it now for 22 years, and we're gonna continue to do it till the Lord say stop. So we thank you again. We thank you for how you allowing us to do what we do. God bless you.
Thank you.
Reverend, one second, I just wanna
Oh.
say, Reverend,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know the impact in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
And that is fantastic. And I just wanna give you a hand
Yeah.
clap to you, your daughter. I didn't know that. I knew that you fed families and Nurse Odom, I call you Nurse Odom, fondly.
Yeah.
We used to work together at a charter
And
school.
not only-
But thank you for sharing how many families and how much and the quality of food. So that's
And not
that's
only that, it's an
fantastic.
emergency food bank. If anybody want food at any time, they can call us.
Okay.
We get calls from the probation department. We get calls from all the city governments when people come out of prison and stuff that they don't have the food. They come to us, and that's what we do.
Hey, Rev, can you tell the people you got to pay for that food?
Of course, we had to pay for it. That's why you get. That's why you get grade A. That we got the second people go second.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, can I have a motion to close the public portion of the meeting? Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine,
Yes.
Garnett,
Yes.
Hearn,
Yes.
Soto. Sorry,
So-
Waters, sorry. I'm not used to speaking. Sorry. Reports.
No, what I'm gonna do, I said I was gonna do the, swearing in, but what I was gonna say, the new council member, he's dressed because he came home straight from work, came here. And I didn't know if he wanted to be sworn in tonight on the camera in his work gear,
That's fine, man.
okay?
That's fine.
But, from here on out, that means he's not gonna have work gear on when he comes in, and, we gonna be a council here. Gloria, you have the oath?
You didn't tell us the other night.
Okay, well, you can go get it. Just 1 second, we're gonna take a break. back. She's coming back. All right. Is your not do. Lori's gonna do that.
I don't know his name.
Okay. You know, you don't wanna come back here. You don't wanna come back here. Okay, you ready? Okay, now, he's gotta put his right hand on the Bible.
Okay, well, somebody gonna hold it?
Yeah, somebody can hold it.
Or you gonna take pictures or you gonna hold it?
I could take a selfie. No, I'm just kidding.
He's gonna take pictures of it.
If I had known, I would've got that.
Well, yeah, with the coats and all.
Right.
Okay, say, I, Herbert Littles,
I, Herbert Littles,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New
of
Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
and the governments established
and the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully
impartially,
and impartially
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of councilman,
of the office of councilman,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome, Councilman.
Thank you. Thank you, one and all council. Thank you to Borough of Chislehurst. Thank you.
All right, I'll let you, give a speech, next month.
Okay. All right, Mr.
And we'll take care of our business.
Oh, your husband got my phone.
You can. Wait, huh?
Ain't you supposed to sit up here?
Yeah, on this side, on this side. Sit on this side, we'll move Karen over there. She could take Karen, move Karen over there. I think it's more room over there.
Okay.
Y'all wide bodies, man.
Yes, I
Take the hat off.
Oh. No chairs here.
So, I think it's more room over there. So Karen,
Chair right here. Roll it down.
so Karen to go down there, all right?
Okay.
Confusion here. Guys. I didn't know what
Take my
exactly.
picture.
Sorry, I was working outside. I'm a little cold right now, so I gotta keep the car hard on.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right.
Okay?
Get you out of here.
All right. Reports.
Reports. First report for the month of February. Total amount collected, $2,117.20. Tax Department and Sewer Department for the month of February. Total amount collected, $508,982.48. Court report for the month of February. Total amount collected, $4,077. And that's all my reports.
That's all the reports. Can I get a motion on reports? Approve the reports?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-3, ordinance amending the chapter 387 of the sewer rates and charges of the Borough Code regarding a reduction in annual sewer service charges is hereby introduced on first reading and shall be considered for adoption after publication to be held on April the 12th, 2018. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
For those people who heard about that ordinance that's not, wasn't here at the caucus meeting, we're gonna reduce, in 2018, or 2019? 2019, we're gonna reduce, the quarterly sewer payment to $75.
Awesome.
Ordinance 2018-4, an ordinance repealing and replacing Chapter 358 with Article 4, Section 33 of the Code of Chislehurst, registration of defaulted mortgage property requiring registration and maintenance of certain real property by mortgagee is hereby introduced on first reading and shall be considered for adoption after publication be held on April 12th, 2018. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-5, an ordinance designate stop signs at all four corners of 3rd and Elm Avenue to direct the installation of stop signs on 3rd Avenue at its intersection with Elm. Is hereby introduced on first reading and shall be considered for adoption after publication to be held on April the 12th.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-86, introduced the 2018 municipal budget appropriations of $3,245,518.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Vote.
Waters.
Abstain.
Resolution 18-79. Resolution adopting the 3-year cooperation agreement with the County of Camden.
So moved.
Second.
Yes. Sorry.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-80, a resolution of self-examination.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-81, authorize the remaining FHMA loan balance in amount of $179,000, $193.07 to be paid off in its entirety.
So moved.
That's for the sewer loan. For those people that don't know,
Yes.
the last of the sewer loan is being paid off. Okay? I got to move.
Second.
A second. Roll call, please.
Alwan.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
I might add, Mayor, that we'll be debt-free after this is paid off. Not too many
Excellent.
towns,
We don't never be debt free.
never.
Bill, you get out of here. Never be
That's
debt.
unheard of.
Good job,
It
Bill.
is unheard.
No,
Yeah.
great
Good
job.
job. Great job.
Not too many towns.
Right, it's unheard of.
Okay, thank you.
Seriously.
Resolution 18-82, authorized bid award to WB Mason, Office Basics, and Paper Mart under the contract, under the Camden County Cooperative Bid A26-17 for copy, computer paper, and envelopes.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Little.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-83, cancel interest charges on block 409, lot 5.
405,
405.
lot 9.
I put, mine is, close to that.
Okay.
I was trying to get that done. All right. That's what I have these folks here for, to help me out. All right, can I get a motion?
So
moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-84, authorize refund of $75 to RD for the return of the cleaning escrow fee pertaining to the rental of the community
So
center.
moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-85, removal of mercantile license for Bupin Zavuri for the operation of Surrey One Liquors.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-87, appoint a certified recycling professional for the 2017 recycling tonnage grant.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Under Resolution 1888, the governing body is a resolution to approve that we're complying with EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. So Resolution 18-88, approve governing body certification of compliance with the USEEOC.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-89, authorize appropriation reserve transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-90, authorize Borough of Chislehurst to extend the contract with Surety Title Company for the title search services for a period of 1 year or until such time as services in progress are completed, if sooner.
So moved.
So moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-91, apply fees to certain properties on the tax foreclosure list.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Abstain.
Resolution 18-92, grant authority to grant Amy Church of Chislehurst to access and make use of the Borough Community Center and Library for, what is that called? Freedom School.
No, Freedom School.
Oh, yeah.
Freedom School.
Okay.
So
Okay.
moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Resolution 18-93, approve sponsorship of Navigators USA in granting access to the borough chapter for the use of the community center.
So moved.
Let me ask you this before that. All right, do you know what day? Because I know Kenny was talking about the days he's doing. I got the church doing Fridays.
Yeah, well, what'll happen is this won't start until September.
Okay.
So we'll make sure that whatever days the chapter meets,
Okay.
which is generally just once a month,
Okay.
you know, we'll make sure it aligns with the other activities going on, so it doesn't
Because I'm gonna
cross
say, you
over.
need to get Gloria so she can put it on the calendar, so each time they
Yes.
meet, so won't nothing be
Yes.
scheduled that day.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Alright.
I'll make sure I get with you, Gloria.
Okay.
Yeah, get with Gloria. All right? Could I get a motion on that?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Alwine.
Yes.
Garnett.
Yes.
Hearn.
Yes.
Littles.
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
Okay, on the council, on the resolution to approve governing body certification and compliance with the US EEOC Resolution 1888. Before each council member leaves, we have to sign it. I already signed it. Every council member have to sign it. Any new business from council?
Yes. This year, we didn't, appoint a compliance officer today, this year. I'd like to be in statute with the state, we need to appoint a compliance officer.
Karen Chu is working on that. She has somebody now. She hasn't brought that person to me. So,
Okay.
but you talk to Karen and see where she's going with that. We'll, hopefully by the next council meeting, we'll have a compliance officer. All right?
Okay.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
I wanted just to bring up, internet in the community center. I know it's something that we talked about before. It just wasn't necessarily researched and moved on, but in 2018, especially with the amount of activities and events that go on, we should have the internet at the community center. So I just wanted to bring that up to council. It's something that I think we should definitely highly consider and do. And if it's a matter of, well, it's a cost, because there's a cost and maintenance connected to everything. If we have to maybe charge a little bit more, I don't know, $5, $10 for when you use it to pay for the internet, that's a possibility in terms of that. But I wanted to bring that up. And then the other thing is just Mother Earth. When we were campaigning, one of the things that we talked about was a possible Atlantic City trip for the seniors. So I'll speak more with Council President Garnett about that. But they wanted to plan a trip to the casino. So I gotta get with the right people about that.
Anybody else? I got some stuff I want to say. Let me just explain to everybody here, or even on council, and it's more about council. As the mayor, I am the chief executive officer for this borough. And if I contact a council member and they do not contact me back, there's a problem. I'm not calling you or texting you because I want to go out and have a drink or whatever. It's about borough business. I have an issue that on several occasions I contacted somebody about an issue with the borough that they knew about, and they did not respond, and still haven't responded. And I'm going to say this. I try to handle stuff behind closed doors, all right, and person to person. But I'm going to say this. In the future, if this continues to happen, I'm sorry to say the public's going to hear about it, because I have to manage this borough. And if I can't get the information from the person that has the information, I can't manage the borough. And they don't respond, I can't manage the borough. So I'm just going to put it out here now that when the public hears, it's not because the mayor is being testy or catty. I've tried to address these things earlier. So each council member, if the mayor send you a text, I don't expect you to respond right then and there, but I do expect you to respond within 24 hours. I do expect you to respond within 24 hours. Because a lot of times I'm asking you something because somebody's asking me.
Amen.
Okay? So I need to be able to report to people. I get complaints from different council members about different things, and I send you a text, and you don't respond.
I get it, Mayor.
All right? How am I going to handle this? So I need to you to respond. You know, I'm not gonna say no names right now. All right? But I will say this, in the interest of doing my job as the mayor and the chief executive officer, I will put people on blast. That's it. Now, I'm letting it slide this time, but next time, it's not gonna happen. All right?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes?
I'm sorry to have to talk behind you, but I do have one thing I need to say. As far as the health day is concerned, on that day, you said it's March 24th. What is the time again? Okay, I'm going to try my best to make it there, but the Phi Theta sorority is honoring me on that day, and I'll have to be there at 12 o'clock. They're having a tea, and I'm one of their honorees for it being a council person and council president of this year. So, I'm sorry I might miss it, but I'm
You can
gonna
send
do
somebody,
everything-
you can send somebody in your behalf.
Okay.
Look right down there. We got a new council person. That's what the council president said. Say, you going down there.
You go on down there, little. Okay, but I'm gonna work with you on trying to get everything you need for it, okay?
All right.
I'm ready for Pastor Mark.
Okay.
You going too?
Can I get a motion to approve bills for payment? Can I get a motion to approve bills for payment?
Second.
Moved in second. Roll call, please.
Alwine,
Yes.
Barnett,
Yes.
Hearn, Little,
Yes.
Waters.
Yes.
All right, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.